Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Alya. I'm from the English Education Study Program class of 2023 at University of PGRI Wiranegara. My student number is 23188203002. In this video, I will present a review of a journal article that I have read before. The title of the article is Students' Perceptions on the Use of English Movies to Improve Vocabulary Mastery. Okay, pay attention and enjoy this video. Okay audience, the first thing that I want to tell you is about article identity, writers by Syahar Nur Malasari and Diah Aminatun from Teknorat Indonesia University and then published on June 25, 2021 on GELTL Vol 2 number 1 on June 2021. And then this journal accreditates on Sinta 4. For the full paper of this journal, you can scan this barcode, right? The next, I will to review about introductions of this article. I can conclude that English is an international language needed in many fields. Vocabulary is a key part of learning it. Yes, of course. English is very important and international language. Many Indonesian students find vocabulary hard to learn because English is a foreign language. And the third, media, especially films, are seen as effective tools to increase students' interest and vocabulary learning. And in this article, there are some benefits of using films in learning. The first, improve vocabulary, pronunciation, grammar, idioms, and anything. English subtitles works better than Indonesian's one. Both motivations, context, understanding, listening, and speaking skills. Give a fun, enjoyable, and flexible learning experience can be watched anytime, anywhere, and everywhere. Okay, I can give 3 comments in this part. The first is focus and relevant topic, but I think unclear structure. The opening paragraph clearly connects the importance of English and the role of vocabulary in learning. It also presents a local issue like Indonesian students' difficulty with vocabulary, and then which is good. But I think the structure of the introduction is not well organized. Why? Because an important part is missing. What makes this research different from previous studies apart from the later subject? The second comment is logical introduction to films but weak transition. The reason for using films as learning media is clear: to increase interest and help vocabulary learning. However, I think the shift from general statement to the idea of using film still fits too sudden. A smoother and more detailed explanation is needed. And the last comment in this part is clear benefits but poorly organized. The benefits of using films are clearly listed and cover many language skills like a vocabulary, grammar, pronunciation, listening, and so on. But I think the list is not systematic. It jumps from one idea to another without clear connections or order. Okay, the next is about method. Using qualitative methodology and then questionnaire and interview instruments, using descriptive and quantitative analysis, with frequency and percentage and interview to supporting data, location in Universitas Teknorat Indonesia on Bandar Lampung. There are some of the participants, 31 English major students, 5 male and 26 female. I can give the personal feedback about this part. The first is complete basic information, but I think in consistent terms. The research mentions the method is qualitative. The instrument is questionnaire and interview. The type of analysis, location, and number of participants, which is good. But I think there is a contradiction between qualitative methodology and the use of descriptive quantitative analysis. If most of the data is based on number, frequency, and percentage, the method should be called mixed method, not purely quantitative. Also, most of the questionnaire and multiple choice, not open-ended personal views, and I think it is not recommended methodology. The second is clear participant description but no sampling method. The total number and gender of participants is clear. However, it does not explain how the participants were selected. and about purposive sampling, random sampling, or anything. This is important to support the research validity. And the last is lack of analysis procedure. There is no explanations of how the questionnaire data was analyzed. Maybe manually with Excel or SPS or so on, and how the interview data support the findings. Okay, the next is about results. In this article concludes there are three tables you can see on there. The first table concludes that most students watch English films regularly, mostly once a week or more. The second table concludes that favorite genres are action and romance. And the last table concludes that more than half of the students still use Indonesian subtitles, even though they know the advantage of using English subtitles. And this is the result of the interview qualitative method. Most students agree that watching films with English subtitles helps more improve their vocabulary. Yes, of course. The second, feel motivated to learn English after watching films. These films are fun, entertaining, and then find many new words and use them in daily life. Okay, after that, I will give you the personal feedback on this part. Okay, there are some of the comments that I can give about this article. The first is clear findings, but I think lack of critical analysis. The information directly shows the main results, such as how often students watch film, what genres favorite, and the use of subtitles. However, I think there is no discussions of the limitations, such as a possible base in perceptions of whether film watching really improves vocabulary in practice. The second is relevant to research, objective, but I think lacks depth. The findings are clearly related to the goal of the research, about students' perceptions of using films to learn vocabulary, but I think the explanation is not deep enough. For example, why do many still prefer Indonesian subtitles? How do genre like action or romance help vocabulary learning? There are also no theories or previous studies used for comparison, which are important in a discussion session. And the last comment is easy to understand language, but not enough for academic citation or academic article. The writing uses simply and easy to follow language, which is good for general readers. However, for a research journal, especially for educators, the language still feels too informal. It would be better to use a slightly more formal tone to make the journal look more professional. Okay, audience, I think that's all for me. Thank you very much for your attention and time. We hope this seminar or journal critique has been useful for all of us, and you can writing your article more better in the next time, right? If you have some question, you can ask in the comment and I will answer it. Okay, see you in the next video.